Good morning for another Motivation Clinic Thank You Thursday. And this morning we've got the gorgeous Emma Shue, who has become a really good friend of mine. Hello, Emma. And Emma Shue from Styling You Well is all about making you fall in love with your wardrobe and also making you find the joy in buying less and wearing more. Now, I met Emma in September 2018. And I had watched her on Instagram that morning on a video talking about Tuck It In Tuesday. She inspired me that morning to tuck in my shirt that I was wearing. And I met her that evening at an event, and we've become really good friends since. She's also done 3 of my vision board workshops. In January 2019, I had a wardrobe edit with her. We can talk about that a little bit later. She then came on a vision board workshop on the 16th of February 2019, then again in January 2020, and then in May 2020. So Emma, lovely to have you here.
Lovely to be.
One of my favourite people.
One of my favourite people, thank you.
And I'd like to just take you back for a moment to that first vision board workshop and just talk me through how you were feeling at that time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when I met you, I wasn't in the best of places actually, and I was actually just coming. Well, I was still really quite heavily dealing with depression.
Yeah.
So I had come through a really bad period, and I remember you talking about your course, and I was like, oh, I really want to do the workshop, but I don't. You know, for me, I'm quite a social person, as you know, and going into a room full of people I didn't know was always, during that time, was really difficult. And what was great about your workshop, that particular one, was there were only 2 other people, and it was very intimate and very nurturing. Yeah. And it felt like it always feels like a safe space, but that particular one was just the perfect. We were in this amazing yoga studio, and just everything about it was really nurturing and calm. Yeah. And actually, I think we spent the whole day, I think it was a whole afternoon with you. Yeah. We did a meditation, and I had no pre-expectations because I'd never done a vision board workshop, but I just loved it. You know, I mean, I used to flick through magazines for work, and I used to put mood boards together, so I'd done mood boards before, but this was a whole different experience, and it was a really wonderful experience. And as you know now, because I say it all the time, and anyone that knows me knows I'm always harping on about Lara's vision board workshops. I was telling a friend, I was walking the dog this morning, they have changed my life. Like, you have changed my life, and the workshops have changed my life. So if you want, I can talk you through.
I would love. I can see both. Well, you've done 3 vision boards, but I can see 2 of them behind you. So I'd love to hear a little bit about them. Yes, thank you.
See me. Well, I'll just move that out of the way. So can you see this one? Yes. Is that good? Can you see it?
Yeah.
So this was all about, weirdly, I did it in 3 sections. And at the time, I think you've changed it now, but I think at the time you didn't sort of give us any guidelines of how to do it. It was ad hoc in those days. I think you might have changed that now, but
I've changed that. Yeah.
Weirdly, I did do it. I think I'm quite a methodical, sort of. Anyway, so I did it in 3 sections. So that whole section there was all about me, getting my mind better and my body, you know, getting myself well again. Yeah. So it's all about yoga therapy, and actually, I went on a yoga retreat. So this was all on my board, and then that year, in September, that year was that 2018, I think, I went on a yoga retreat, which was also pretty life-changing. And actually, when I was on the yoga retreat, virtually on the last day, I had this epiphany, and I suddenly went, oh my God, the game changers. And this is what I'd put on my board. Yeah. And I suddenly realized this yoga retreat that I went on, which was called the Reset Retreat, was a game changer as well. Yeah. So that was another kind of real moment. And then this whole section was all about, you know, getting back to nature, being more fun and playful. I during that whole time, I felt like I'd been really disconnected with my kids. So
Mm.
it's all about being more present with the family, and for me and my husband to kind of mend things, because we weren't in a great place because of the depression.
Yeah.
And then this, I put this on here because I'd been dreaming about an office in my garden, but hadn't been able to think how it would ever be able to come true, because at the time we didn't have the finances to buy one. They're quite expensive to buy. Just couldn't imagine how that could ever happen. And now I have got an office in my garden, which I have built myself with my husband, built out of pallets,
Incredible.
built out of rubbish, built out of materials scavenged from skips and things that people have given us. So it's basically pretty much an upcycled,
That's amazing, Emma.
She shed. It's my she shed.
And I've seen it and worked with you on it, and it's amazing. Yeah.
You really did help with that. So we can share a picture or something maybe.
Yeah.
But it's looking great.
Yeah.
We're getting, the electricians are coming this weekend, so by Christmas this year I will be in there working.
Brilliant.
And it's just
so
a dream come true. And it's that thing of, if I hadn't put it on here, I put it on here, it's like, okay, well, so how can we make that happen now? How can we create this amazing thing? And then the last section was really more to do with work stuff and getting my kind of business sort of up and running. And what I realized was, during the first few months after doing this, it was actually my sister-in-law said to me that maybe I shouldn't focus on this area, because I was still trying to get this and this right.
Yeah.
And this wouldn't work until I did this and this. Yeah. So what I did was, in my bedroom where I had it, I covered that part up. So I just focused on these two areas for the first 6 months. And then once I got to here, then I started focusing on that area. The other thing I should say is my husband bought me a bicycle, a vintage bike, for my birthday, and that was one of the best things ever. Haven't had a bike since I was a kid. So I think one of the best things to share is that my husband was a bit of a sceptic.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah,
he was like, oh, so what if you stick an Aston Martin on there, it will come true? And I was like, well, I don't know how it works, but I don't think it's quite like that. But actually now I just almost think, if you really wanted an Aston Martin and you stuck it on your vision board, you'd find a way to make it happen. That's the power of the vision board. And then the second one that I've done, this one behind me is my third one, which I'm working on now. And I think January's coming up. My birthday is coming up in January, and I'm going to do another one. That'll be an annual. I think that will have to be an annual event on my birthday, because it's the best birthday present ever. I love it. And this one is all about getting back to the wild. And I've started wild swimming, so I go swimming pretty much 2 or 3 times a week at the moment in the River Thames. This was about finishing my office, because obviously we built it, but we hadn't done the interior. So this is all about my happy place. This is all about going green. We're going green shopping, and obviously with the pandemic that's happened, there's a big shift into more sustainable shopping, which is my passion. I had Claire from the Wardrobe Crisis on here, and we've actually managed to connect now. Viv from How to Own the Room, my favourite podcast, we've become really good friends.
That's amazing.
And this was all about downtime. I think we're entering a better time, the coming of age, building blocks, need more space to grow, make time for what matters. So all of that happened. This board was done before the pandemic, before the COVID pandemic, and I think, as much as it's been an awful experience in a lot of ways and for a lot of people, for me personally, it has given me the opportunity to do a lot of those things and just step back and step off the hamster wheel and breathe and find things that give me joy, which is really the wild swimming's been one of the biggest game changers.
So Emma, what do you think it is about vision boards? What difference have they made to your life?
Oh my God, they've just made so much difference. I'll never not do one. I'll be doing vision boards every year or every 6 months until I drop dead, I think. And I'm sort of encouraging so many people I know. Every opportunity I get, I say to people, try it, because you know, what have you got to lose? Even if you just have a wonderful afternoon flicking through magazines, that in itself is a really calming, wonderful experience. But if you, so long as you put your vision board out where you see it, every single day, and I think what was really good, I think the second time I did board with you, I then did some sort of online coaching with you. By then, I think we were doing some virtual stuff, and you did a sort of I think, I can't remember how many weeks it was, but you did a sort of intensive thing where every single day we got these wonderful messages from you, which were kind of really uplifting and motivating. And I think coupled with the vision board, definitely that sort of motivated me more and made me sort of a bit more accountable, and a bit more sort of daily reminders really of what your goals are and what you're trying to achieve. And then the actual board, having something to visualize. I wake up every single morning and look at my board. I go to bed every night. It's in my bedroom, and I see it, you know, every time I'm in my room. And at the moment I'm in my room a lot working, so it's I know you know the science behind it, and you can explain that. I don't really understand that, but there's definitely something. There's some power in this visualization technique that
really works.
Literally, and I think what's interesting is my third board was so much more dynamic and dreaming much bigger. And I think we've just seen that with a friend of ours, haven't we, who's done a second workshop with you, and the board was incredibly sort of like a massive shift from the first to the second. And I think that also shows that if you do these regularly, you know, once a year, every 6 months, you will keep growing and improving, and, you know, dreaming bigger and achieving more.
Emma, that's brilliant. Just very quickly, could you just tell us a little bit about your business and where people can kind of find you?
Well, you did a really great introduction, so I'm really appreciative of that. I am all about
wardrobe edit from you.
Wardrobe edit, declutters, outfit styling, treasure hunting, virtual shopping, and it's a step-by-step process, and it's a very much holistic kind of two-way collaborative process. And I always say I try and break down the myths that as a personal stylist, I'll come in and make you get rid of everything and make you go and spend loads of money. I don't make you do anything, and I will not judge you in any way. It's a very much about uplifting people and nurturing women who I work with, and just helping them discover the joy of dressing. Because if you're happy, if you put your clothes on in the morning and you feel amazing, then that just permeates your day. You know, really can make a difference. So people can find me on Instagram at Styling You Well, and I've got a website, stylingyouwell.com. So that's me. But
and just to say about just to say how amazing your service is. I remember you coming and spending 4 hours in my bedroom going through my wardrobe, and just, you know, we didn't throw a lot out, but it was just different combinations together, and me falling back in love with the clothes that I already had. Like for today, I'm actually wearing layers, which I'd never normally have thought of doing. So I'm wearing, you know, actually make it through COVID. You've inspired me every day, because I've worn earrings, makeup, bright clothes to make you feel better. So
makes a big difference.
You've been a massive inspiration to me since I met you. So
likewise.
Thank you.
Your buddy. But I want to say thank you to you, because I know this is, you know, for anyone listening, it might be like, oh, get it, you two, get a room. But, you know, it's that thing where you meet people in your life, and that opportune meeting we had, thanks to the Inspiration Space, where we met. And it was so meant to be, wasn't it? You came into my life at a time when I really needed to switch things up and change things around. But the vision boards are just, and you know, they're starting. They're like a sort of stepping stone into a new world. That's how it felt for me, anyway, or how it feels.
Lovely, Emma. Thank you so much. It's been a delight having you here. Bye bye. Take care.